Hello. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. Are you ready for another art project? Today we are going to draw a cat, which I absolutely love cats, even though I do have a dog and no cat. I really love cats. And this is going to be a bit of a cartoon cat, so not necessarily completely realistic. But after we get done with drawing the cat, then we're actually going to draw some flowers in the background. One of my favorite things to do is combine those two. Okay, so I have a sheet of 6x8 paper and I am positioning it so it is taller. So that's called portrait view. And what we're going to do is probably about 2/3 or 1/3 down from the page, we're going to draw our cat. Now I am going to draw mine in pen because I really love drawing in Sharpie and pen and not having to worry about erasing or get it perfect. So we're just going to start with the ears, little 2 triangles, and then pretty round head. And I am going to connect the body with the head. So I'm just going to go draw straight down here and just loop it around and then draw its tail and then back up like that. So super duper simple. And then we're going to put 2 little feet here. And for the center, I'm just going to draw a necklace. And maybe I'll put a couple lines above and below, if you can see that. And then I'm going to draw a kind of like, well, first I'll draw these little triangles here, but I'm going to draw another circle inside of my cat's face to put all of her features in. So we'll start with the nose and the mouth, some whiskers, and then for the eyes, I'm going to give her cat eyes. I love. And I'm going to give her some, looks like a grumpy cat, eyeballs. All right, so then let's give her a background to sit on. And now here is the fun part. You're going to cover the rest of the background with flowers. And the flowers do not have to look realistic if you don't want, or they can. I'm just going to do a bunch of these little flag leaves, and they're almost like trees. I'm going to start off with that. A couple back here. Maybe one that's really tall that goes up here. And you know, they can face different directions. And this one might just be going off. Then I'm going to draw some, I like to draw these organic kind of shapes. Kind of like blobs. And then I also absolutely love drawing what I think are eucalyptus. So it's a straight singular line down with basically an oval, but it comes to a little bit of a point. And you do that on each side to make a eucalyptus leaf. And what I like about that is that it comes in from the top, so it's anchored to the top. So I always like to do 2 of those, so I'll have one coming in from the side. Oops. I got this new like white background and I've completely messed it up. It's no longer white anymore. So I try to hide it because I don't like the way it looks with it. But it is what it is and it still works for now. All right, so I've got some big shapes. Now I'm going to draw some little shapes to kind of balance it out. So I'll draw these little flowers, and they're not necessarily connected to anything. Like they're not planted in anything. They're just going to be floating around our cat, like so. And then here's something I like to draw quite a bit is cherries. I don't know what it is about cherries, but I love drawing cherries. So there's a couple cherries. Let's see if we can't do another eucalyptus that's a little bit smaller right here. There we go. There's our cat for today. Now I am going to color mine in with paint markers. So I'm going to have mine have black fur, but on the face I'm going to do a lighter gray. So once I get this started, I'm just going to color in her face with the light gray. And of course you can use any medium you want. You can use your markers, you can use colored pencils, you could use paints, watercolors, whatever you want to color in your cat. I like to use these paint markers. Well, I like to use a lot of things, but today I'm using the paint markers. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of white space around my whiskers and the mouth so it stands out, so you can see it. I just love how cute cat drawings are. All right, so there's my light gray. Now I'm going to take a black and do eyelashes and her body. I'm going to leave the pink, leave the ears blank so I can paint them pink. Just color this in. How's yours coming? I'm not going to color in the necklace. I'll leave that to be pink. And then here's the body. Let's leave some white around the feet so those stand out. Now let's color this in. Kind of like a Halloween cat since Halloween is coming up. We could have done some pumpkins in the background or something like that, something a little bit more Halloween. Maybe some bats in the background. I have a idea to do some origami So we might do some like spider origami or something like that in October. Okay, so now I'm going to try something something I haven't done before. So I am going to take a little bit of white and kind of give her a white front of her face as well. I don't know how well that turned out, but maybe I can blend it in a little bit. Okay. If you don't like the way something looks, maybe just keep trying to blend it and blend it until you like it. Okay. Now let's do some pink ears. And a pink nose. I think let's do the same pink color. Cute. I love this pink so much that I think I'm going to also use this pink in these floaty flowers. I always like to use a little bit of an accent color from my main drawing to color in the flowers that I use around the drawing. I do this a lot. I have a lot of drawings that have an animal in the middle and then flowers on the outside. It's kind of my jam. I kind of like it. Okay, so now let's color in the eyes. So I'm going to color the eyes in black, but leave that little white spot. Cute! Maybe I'll make this a little bit darker. Okay. Next, I'm going to do my eucalyptus. And I usually do those either in green or a green blue. So interesting. This paint marker is so watery compared to the other ones. This one almost looks like it's watercolor. So I'll do all the eucalyptus leaves the same color. If you're doing eucalyptus leaves, I like to use, like I said, green or a teal blue. Now, what color should I do these big long strokes? Pink, you say? Pink? How about a pink purple? I'll get this one started. I'm curious to see what color this turns out like. Not all of these colors match how they would seem. Because look at this. This is like, well, it looks more pink in the camera, but it doesn't look pink to me in person. Oh, and what's also great about these Arteza is that they have all these different tips you could put on. So that's interesting. I haven't really tried them out, but if I wanted to, I might do that. So I'm going to do all these the same color. How's yours coming? Would you rather draw cats or dogs? Cats seem easier to me. Some dogs are easier than other dogs. Hairy dogs aren't as easy as pugs or Frenchies. Okay, now we have the red cherries. Ooh, look at that red. So I need one other thing that's red. How about I do, because we don't want just one red, how about I do the center of these flowers in the red? That ties it all together. And I could do these little bubbles on her collar red too. Oh, genius! Yes, Parker says yes. And then lastly, I think I'll do this teal blue for my blobs. And I don't mind going out of the lines. It's actually a lot more fun to go out of the lines than for me to stay in the lines, but that's just a personal choice. And I'm gonna just flip it around because it's still wet and I don't want to smear it to get to this other side. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll use the same color to create the ground. And instead of coloring it all in, you could use a pattern. So you could use dots, lines, zigzags, wavy lines, oops, a bunch of different things to add a little bit of color and a little bit of texture. Oops, and it looks like I need to put color in the leaves of my cherries. So there is my cat. I love her. I think I'm going to leave the background white. And if you're following along, can't wait to see yours when it's done. Snap a picture of it and post it to the Band app. And I will look forward to seeing it. And until next time, keep being creative. All right, talk to you later. Bye.